Hi Gemini, welcome to the channel. So today we're going to do your April of 2024 messages. I'm going to do a Celtic Cross. That's a 10 card spread with tarot. I'll pull some clarifiers if I need to on those cards, and at the end we will get you an oracle message as well. So let's get started. As always, these are general readings, not personal readings, so they're not going to resonate for every single Gemini watching. If you don't feel like it's your message, you can always check your other placements. And if you don't know what your placements are, I think there are several places on the internet to get your birth chart for free. You got to know your birthplace, your birth date, and your birth time would be preferable. You don't have to have the time. I think that's key to finding out your rising, if I remember right. But you can find out everything else with just your birth date and your birthplace. All right, so Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements. Let's get a Celtic cross spread, 10 cards on your April of 2024. Taurus and Aries had some interesting messages, so we'll see what we get for you. All right, so first position is present energy for Gemini. The Lovers. You could be embarking on a new relationship. You could be meeting a soulmate in the month of April 2024, or you could just be standing in your own power because that's your card. What is the challenge in the present? What will be the challenge in the present? King of Swords. You could be dealing with somebody who is, how do I describe the King of Swords? Very intellectual, not very emotional, very businesslike. It's a very strong personality. Generally, if the sword is up in the card, they are able to communicative enough, and usually they are honest. This sword's a little tilted, so I would say they're honest in most situations, but not necessarily all. He's on a moving horse, so they might be coming towards you. So it sounds like you may have feelings for somebody who, I would say, what just came to mind was somebody who's stoic, who isn't a particularly emotional person. So they make their decisions from like a position of intellect, even if it's love, right? Okay, so recent past. Queen of Swords, the match to the King of Swords. So I would say this is somebody you were in a relationship with in the recent past, or someone who forced you into a position of being a Queen of Swords, which if you are, maybe you're a softer, gentler person and they literally put you in a position where you had to be a little bit more cutting than you wanted to be because they were being a King of Swords. Both of these cards have things flying around in the cards. Those are usually messengers. So to me, since the swords are up, both swords are slightly tilted, there probably would be communication happening in the near future in the month of April at some point, but it might not be fully on the up and up, if you know what I mean. So, all right, so next position is near future. Near future. The Magician. This is manifesting something. This is basically having all the tools that you need to make things happen in your life. So manifesting something, being very powerful in the near future. What is seen? Tell me about the energy that is seen or known in April 2024. This is kind of like what you're coming into the month knowing. Too many. Seen energy for Gemini. Ace of Wands. I think that you know that you have someone who's very passionate about you, very interested in you, and even if they're just being sort of icy cold, it's like, yeah, you might be icy cold, but I know what's going on. That Ace of Wands is more than obvious, right? Sometimes people don't realize that Geminis can be highly perceptive. I think it's because we're twins, and so we've got one twin on the ground and one twin a little bit more in the ethers. So what is unknown in Gemini's April 2024? Two of Swords. There could be something that is holding someone back that you are unaware of. That could be a factor that you don't know that is causing somebody to be stuck, as it were. So we'll look at this further, though, because I have another deck we can clarify with. All right. Gemini's energy towards their April 2024. What is Gemini's energy towards their April 2024? Judgment. You could be in April trying to resurrect something with someone, It is your energy towards your April of 2024. It's a very strong possibility because Mercury retrograde is happening as of yesterday. So that is one of those times during the year where we tend to resurrect things. We tend to go back to the past. We tend to be revisiting things, as it were. And so judgment is the idea of resurrecting something. All right, so outside energies that are going to influence your April of 2024. What is the outside energy affecting Gemini's April? The Hierophant. This could be a Taurus. It doesn't have to be. It could be a relationship that you have a serious connection to. Like it could be somebody you were married to or dated in the past that's trying to influence your decisions. Or they may not even be trying to. They are influencing your April of 2024. The fact that you're trying to resurrect something, or maybe you haven't resurrected it yet, but it might happen by the end of the month, kind of a thing. It can even be friendship. It doesn't have to be romance. There's 3 people in this card. That's usually like a 3 of Cups energy. It could be trying to resurrect a friendship with somebody. Hierophant as the external energy could be that you want to have a friendship with someone. Maybe you want to, soothe things over if you haven't been with the person. Or maybe they made you be the Queen of Swords in the past because they were the King of Swords. And they're still not owning up to the fact that they're hot for you, right? Even though you know that they are, because what's unseen is they have a decision to make they're not making. But it looks like outside energy could be that they might not necessarily want a friendship, even though you're trying to resurrect that. They may want a relationship. And it could be that you're like, well, I know you have feelings for me, but until you speak them, until you admit to them, you're not getting a relationship out of me. We can be friends, kind of a thing. Let's look at the hopes and fears. Woo! Temperance and justice came out together, which usually is making peace, having harmony, fixing things, repairing things. Hopes, fears, 1 card. Yeah. 3 of Cups. So the hope is that you can smooth over this King of Swords, Queen of Swords energy, manifest probably a civil relationship with the person. It sounds like to me that you want to resurrect a friendship. That's your hope. This person may want to try again to have a relationship, but I don't think you're feeling it because I think this person puts you in a little bit of a defensive mode with the Queen of Swords. You don't like it. You want to be a lover. Now, with the Lovers as the present energy, you could be thinking about it. I just feel like they're doing something or holding back from something that's making you go, well, until you can open up, I'm going to try to be as loving as possible, but I'm not giving you a relationship until you make your decision. And hopes and fears with the 3 of Cups could also be that you're afraid that they're going to put you in a third party situation if you give in and date them. So most likely outcome in the near future. Most likely outcome in the near future. Strength. This could be being courageous, but it could also be controlling yourself. Let's get this other deck out and clarify a few of these really quick. All right, so Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. We're going to clarify the Celtic Cross. Oops, for April 2024. Celtic Cross. Okay, Gemini. What do we want to look at first here? I'm going to look at the Strength card. Why is Strength the most likely outcome for April 2024? Strength. This is controlling yourself. Knight of Pentacles is moving very slowly. It's like, I'll move, but I ain't rushing. So you may have rushed in the past with this person, regretted it because, again, a King of Swords being in the challenge position is somebody who is not emotional. They do not convey emotion. They're all business. And if you rushed in because you know, you can see this Ace of Wands, right? It's the known. But you don't know why they're not expressing that because the unknown is the 2 of Swords. you're willing to manifest this. You have the Lovers and you have the Magician. You're willing to put in effort to manifest it. You're willing to resurrect it, but it feels like you're willing to resurrect it as friends, whereas this person wants a relationship. And now, switch the energy if you need to. Maybe you want a relationship and this person's willing to resurrect things as friends, but I think in the hopes and fears is hopefully we can be friends, and hopefully this person doesn't put me in a third party situation if I get romantic with them. Strengthen the outcome with the Knight of Pentacles is taking it slow, controlling your urges, which is hard when you know somebody is in that Ace of Wands energy, right? And you have this Magician here and this Lovers here. But again, you go back to the challenge of the King of Swords, them not being super emotional, right? And it's got to make you wonder. So let's double check on, why is the Queen of Swords in the past energy? Why is the Queen of Swords the past energy for Gemini? Knight of Cups. Yeah, I think you had romantic intentions towards this person or a romantic interest. I think they did not really express that energy back to you. You suspected, as I said, or you may see that they have passion, but it's not necessarily coming off to you as love, and you are the lover, so it's like, nah. Why the Two of Swords in the unknown? Nine of Pentacles. I think this is an energy of you not realizing that this person is holding back because you are too independent for them. Queen of Swords, which sounds crazy because they're a King of Swords, right? So why would it matter that you're independent? They may feel like you just don't need them. So this may be a case of two people who both think that they're being obvious about their intentions. Like, right, you're the Lovers, right? But in the past, you've been the Queen of Swords. And your challenge in the present is the King of Swords. So it's almost like people mirroring each other, right? And it's like, well, we want something, but we don't know what. But there's definitely this energy of, why is this person not moving forward with me? Why are they not expressing emotion? Because someone is too independent, too in their own energy. But it looks like in the future that may change. With the Magician, you may actually be able to manifest something, but that would kind of take movement on your part. So I'm guessing with this strength in this Knight of Pentacles up here in April of 2024, you might reach out to this person, or you might do something that makes them want to proceed. I just don't know if them being the King of Swords, if they're ever going to be super expressive. Is this King of Swords ever going to come out of that energy? The King of Swords ever going to come out of that energy? Judgment. They want to resurrect this too. So there's an energy of being unsure about each other's feelings, well, kind of being a little standoffish or a little not expressive about their interest. Clearly there's attraction there because the Ace of Wands is the known. It's unknown energy that's causing problems. Both people are probably acting super independent. King and Queen of Swords are very independent. Resurrection wants to happen on both sides. Hopes, fears, almost like now looking at this, it's almost like your hopes and fears are that it's going to stay in the friend zone potentially, or at least one side of the equation is worried that it's going to be in the friend zone. So again, let's look at this person wants to resurrect this. Are they ever going to express their feelings or be a little less King of Swords? Oh, well, they're going to be King of Wands. That's somebody who's very passionate. That's the Ace of Wands. Are we ever going to get any emotion out of this person? Three of Swords. You might put the kibosh on this because they suddenly come in as King of Wands all hot and heavy. Or they could express that being apart from you, if you guys are in separation, and you would have to be to want to resurrect it, has been very painful. So you might be surprised when that happens, that it's like, oh, I had no idea, because you don't ever express your emotions. So it's either you going, no, King of Wands, and slowing it down over here with the strength of the Knight of Pentacles, or this person expressing that they were very upset about not being, in a connection with you for a little while after they resurrect it. So, all right, guys, that's what I have for you as far as like tarot goes. Let's go ahead and pull these up and I'll get you an oracle card. for the month. And you, as far as like having judgment in your energy towards the situation, you may not even be consciously planning on manifesting this or resurrecting it from, you know, its early grave, but you might be subconsciously doing things the month of April that results in it being resurrected. All right, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements for April of 2024. All right, April 2024, Gemini. Awakening, energetic upgrades, a new way of being, and integration. So, because you're in the Magician energy in the near future, I think it's basically going to be one of those months where you have an epiphany, shall we say, about what you need to do to actually manifest this connection. And it might help you move things forward. But again, I think that you're going to move very cautiously with this person because of their King of Swords energy. So that's what I have for you guys. Hopefully that helps. And I will see you next time.